Hey everyone, so we have the new Crusade raid boss, which is Jormungand. We did do like a weaker version of him in the side story, so the abilities seem to be pretty much the same. So you want a multi-hit to change him to the weakened form, right? And then he heal blocks, so keep that in mind for your tank. And he gains resistance each turn, right? So for anti-resistance, then Bolina is great for him. So this is the simplest team I could make that can clear hell difficulty. I will do like more advanced teams to try to push the score later, but since it's like this is the first day, I'm just going to do a very simple team so that it's as accessible for most people as possible. So if you have Bolina, then from last time, then you will have a very easy time with this. Even my ult has cleared this on hell difficulty with rank 4 Bolina, so it's not too difficult. You do need a good tank for depending on how strong your Bolina is, right? If your Bolina is quite strong, then you could probably use like a weaker tank because you don't need as many turns to keep your tank alive. But Farnese has like a lot of health plus a second life, so if your Bolina is not rank 10 like mine, then like a Farnese will help tank it through hell difficulty. But if you don't have enough HP, then you might have to lower it to like insane difficulty also. But that just depends on how geared your units are and how invested they are. So let's go through the fight. This won't take too long, like with rank 10 Bolina. So pretty simple, like you use Franca to heal up after the Tina buff, right? And then you have your tank. It's all pretty like standard. And I believe on the first turn, if you do the 4 attacks, it seems to skip the turn, or like for 1 turn. So I kept the tank in this corner because it has a very large range, right? So it hits the 2 rows up top, and then you put all your units at on the bottom row, so they don't get hit. And I'll show a more budget version. Don't worry. So if you don't have Bolina, you can still clear it. Maybe not on insane or hell, but you can definitely clear it on the next lowest difficulty, which will be enough to get you the points you need to get all the rewards. So on expert, you can quite simply just use Skaadi instead of Bolina, and that it will still clear on expert. We'll just show it real quick. Now keep note that I do have like pretty good gear on these units. Like the Skaadi's gear is maxed. Farnese, well, because you're doing a lower difficulty, you don't even need a Farnese. You could use any tank you want, but you basically just need a meat shield on this slot, and you'll be good. And Franca's pretty standard, and Tina's pretty standard. You just need them to be leveled up for the attack buffs. And Skaadi still does like a pretty decent amount of damage here. So we'll skip this. So you can show. I can show you at the end screen that you will get the kill bonus, and this is roughly how much score you're getting per attack. So with 3 attacks, you're doing 1.5 mil per day, which is plenty to get all your rewards. So that is the budget option to clear the boss. I'll just quickly show the gear. I mean, keep in mind my gear is maxed on this account, but just for clarity, like you can see like what I'm running on this. So you got max attack percent flat attack, right, for Bolina. That's her best cause, and her gear is maxed. So that's her stats. The Farnese, you want double HP percent, right? That's her best in slots. Obviously, if you don't have them maxed out like I do, just use your best HP percent cores on her, and you're good to go. For most other tanks, like you could use Nastier, Nastier works even at rank 0, right? You just want 1 flat and 1 percentage, and she's good. She'll be plenty for expert, and I think it is doable on insane as long as your Bolina is quite strong. She should be able to last long enough if you have good cores on her. And then Skaadi, you just want 1 percentage and 1 flat. Alright. Worst case scenario, you can use double flat. It's a very slight downgrade to this setup, so it's like pretty close, right? So you can use either version, but this is the ideal slots for her. And yeah, so she's the budget option, right? With lesser cores, you can probably still clear expert because it doesn't do as much damage. So it would just take a little bit longer, and you probably lose a bit of like a few points from the turn bonus, but it's not too big of a deal. You should get plenty. Worst case, just do like whatever difficulty you can and get as many points as you can. But that is it for this boss. So I will do a follow-up later once I've like min-maxed it. And yeah, until then, good luck with the raid, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.